Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We are previewing Week 2 in the NFL preseason right now with Joe Duffy from OffshoreInsiders.com. And Joe Duffy, great week with us last week, 10-4 against the spread. Free picks covering 14 games, and he's doing it again with us this week. Joe Duffy from OffshoreInsiders.com. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you, Peter. It's my pleasure. I think this is year 3 for us with you.
Yeah, it's been great, and one of the reasons I recommend people watch our video is not just for the picks. For that, they can just, fast forward to the end and get the pick, but just seeing how you think, I think, and how you analyze these games, how you approach them in all circumstances is very valuable. Right now, we're going to talk about the Jets and Cincinnati. Before we do it, give a quick plug for OffshoreInsiders.com.
Yeah, don't give away that secret, especially with high speed. It's a lot easier to fast forward. But yeah, we do like to give great insight, and especially if people want to make a final decision on their own, they definitely want to listen to the analysis. But yeah, this will be my 27th year as a professional handicapper, 27th season. I got the nickname the NFL specialist from a client way back in the early 1990s, I think it was, because of my dominance of the NFL. And we do it all, whether it's systems and preseason. We look at it from a completely different perspective. That's why we've done so well over the years in preseason at OffshoreInsiders.com.
Jets at Cincinnati. Cincinnati's a 3.5-point favorite, so that's a pretty solid, pretty healthy preseason line, especially for Week 2. Total's 41, and Cincinnati, of course, lost a very close, very high-scoring game against KC. The Jets were the opposite. They got a win in a very low-scoring game against Indianapolis. So what does that spell for this game is likely to happen? Not exactly sure. Vic and Geno Smith are going to split time at quarterback for the Jets. They both looked reasonable in Week 1. Cincinnati's offense looked very effective, especially down the depth chart in Week 1. Their defense looked a little bit iffy, though. So what's likely to happen here? I'm not exactly sure. I have no read in this game. As of right now, it's a complete pass for me. What's your take on it, Joe Duffy?
Yeah, no, I think as far as the Jets quarterback situation, reasonable is even being pretty generous. I'm not all that sure that the Jets have a clear-cut number one quarterback, and I don't even think that either one of them are really that great of backup quarterbacks. I know Michael Vick has had a heck of a career, and he's turned his life around and all that other stuff, but he's starting to get up there in years. Geno Smith, he started out well. People who watched our videos last year know that in the regular season I actually rode him for a while, but then he hit the wall, and he's been so-so. But not only that, the Bengals quarterback situation, they have more than their share of injuries. Now, Andy Dalton is expected to actually play a pretty lot, 15 to 20, but they had to pick up Tyler Wilson off of the scrap heap. Why? Because Jason Campbell's hurt. They have this young kid, Scott, who's had some shoulder problems. It looks like the Bengals may only have 2 or 3 quarterbacks at the most on Saturday, and if they have 3, it's going to include a quarterback they just took off of the scrap heap. So I look for the Bengals to be pretty conservative as far as passing the ball, and it looks like that Marvin Jones, he may not even play, so Cincinnati may not even have all of their weapons. Again, I don't think either one of these teams are very deep at the quarterback position, and they're not really all that deep with their offensive weapons, especially with the Bengals having some of them hurt. So this should be a very low-scoring game, and we know the Jets are built on defense to begin with.
All right, another one of these relatively high, surprisingly high Week 2 preseason lines that people have been wondering about since they came out. Joe Duffy from OffshoreInsiders.com recommending a play on the under at 41. Joe Duffy, thanks so much.